Zach Wilson is a terrible quarterback. You turn on any sports TV show or look on YouTube, and it's nothing but anger and hate at the quarterback online. But what if I told you something different? What if I told you that to me, Zach Wilson isn't the main problem for the Jets' struggles? Would you believe me? No, probably not, right? You'd be like, who is this guy? Who are you? And I know this is going to be my most controversial video to date. And I know that Jets fans, if they see this video, will automatically probably come in, call me names, tell me I'm wrong, say you're an idiot. But I think I can show you why I don't feel that Zach Wilson is the main cause of the root cause of the Jets' struggles so far in this season. I didn't really want to even do anything like this, but I saw a clip on Twitter from the Jets game against the Patriots. And in this clip, a Jets insider questioned why Zach didn't ever look to his right on a 2nd and 22, where the corner route was going to come open or was already open, right? It was wide open, so to say the language. Well, of course, the responses were predictable to this tweet, right? Zach Wilson sucks. Case closed. Zach sucks. He's a terrible quarterback. He's never going to make it. All the things, right? He's just a bad quarterback. Why am I even doing this video? There's a problem, folks. That route combination on the right, which is a snag with a corner, doesn't really work against the coverage that the Patriots were running. You see, the Patriots were running what's called a MOFC, middle of the field closed, one high safety look. The snag corner smash concept is better against a two high safety called MOFO, middle of the field open look. The dig with the underneath route is actually the correct decision against a one high safety look. So when Zach is looking to the left, he's actually correct. And if you look at the corner route, it's dubious to say that the corner is open as the corner is lurking, trying to entice the quarterback to throw that corner route. And it made me wonder, is the hatred of Zach coming from too many people that really don't know the intricacies of the game like I just explained? Do they think that they know the intimate details of the game? They see a receiver running open and think, why is the quarterback not looking over here? And not understand that in certain concepts and against certain coverages, you're not throwing that ball there. And the answer to that is probably yes. It's why you're seeing people like Dan Orlovsky, who today was even saying, hey, if you look at the full game film, Zach is not to blame for what happened in it. So I decided to do one thing. I decided to look at every Jet snap in their game against the Patriots. And as I did, I found myself really getting angry. I was getting angrier and angrier, and I started to feel really bad. I started to feel bad for the Jets O-line. I was like, man, these guys are trying hard. The receivers, same thing. They're doing their best. Sometimes they're unable to get open, but that happens in games. They're not able to get open. I felt bad for the fans who are sitting out in this rain, this mess, this muck, all of this stuff. And then, yes, I'm also feeling bad for Zach Wilson. Because what I found as I continued on with each drive is that this offense is lacking a lot of things. And either Zach Wilson has been handcuffed because they don't trust him, or I just don't think the scheme is really all that well done. I don't know which one it is. But I do know this, Zach Wilson is taking all the heat for it when it might not be totally his fault. So I'm going to go through with what I see. I'm going to talk about why I don't like what I'm seeing on the film and why I think for at least this season, you really can't blame Zach for all of it. As I got deeper and deeper into the game film, it became pretty apparent to me that Zach is basically being told on multiple plays what to do and what not to do. And nothing exemplifies that better than this infamous play here. It's 3rd and long, and everybody has seen it on the internet now where Garrett Wilson is going to take an outside release, and he's going to be open. He's actually going to be in between the 2-deep zone that the Patriots are running when he runs this route. And so Zach should really be taking a drop back, hitch up, and rifle it into what we would call the hole shot of the cover 2. But he doesn't. And it's really apparent when you really watch it from the end zone view that it looks like he's been told, we're backed up and just take the check down. Let's take a look at that end zone view right now. So here we have the end zone view of the play. And what's really leading me to believe that Zach is being told what to do at the end of this play is in previous plays, I've seen him try to step up, hitch up to make another read. But he doesn't do that. And watch his head. Look at his head. Is it really looking as though he's looking to the right? Or is he just kind of looking slightly straight ahead? And then once he gets to the top, he's going to throw it to the back. I'm going to run the play for you, and you be the decider of it. To me, look at his eyes. Are his eyes really looking to the right? Are they really looking where the bender is? Are they looking where the vertical go to the right is? No. It's almost like he's just resigned himself to, let me get to the top of my drop and just throw it out here. And that's exactly what he does. And if that's the case, this is really hampering the offense, but it's also hampering your quarterback and really putting a burden on him. And it's not just this play that's making me think that Zach is being told what to do. Because time and time and time again, I watched as Zach wouldn't throw the backside screen on run plays. And it's almost as though because he threw it on the first play of the game and it didn't work out, the coaches have said, we're not going to let you throw that anymore. And if you're not going to let him throw the screen at least, then why is he even out there? In fact, it wouldn't be until the fourth quarter that they would let Zach Wilson throw the bubble screen again. And guess what? They got 7 yards out of it. Not throwing that screen is actually hurting your run game. And nothing exemplifies that more than the play that we're about to see. So here we are, third quarter, and this is where not throwing any of those screens is going to come back and bite the Jets on this particular play. We're going to get an outside zone, right? It's going to be outside zone to the left here. We're trying to run outside zone, working up, right? And we're going to get a backside bubble screen by Garrett Wilson, okay? And what I want you to notice is I want you to really notice the footwork of these two Patriot defenders, okay? Are they going to respect the bubble screen, or are they just saying, the Jets aren't throwing this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and step down towards the run play? Let's take a look at it and erase all this, and then I am going to run the play for you guys so you can see exactly what I see, okay? So a ball looks like he's kind of trying to play the middle, kind of stepping down, but at the snap, I want you to watch. Both defenders have stepped to their right. They're not stepping outside. They're stepping down to their right. They're actually taking themselves out of the way of the backside screen. If Zach Wilson had decided, I need to throw this ball, I think this play goes for big because it's really 3v2 up top. But he's basically been told, in my opinion, nope, don't throw that. Just hand it off. Okay? And we're going to go through the play a little bit more. As you can see, they just didn't even respect it. And this is where it hurts your run game. I'm going to take you to the end zone view. So here we have the end zone view. We've got our two defenders sitting here. They're the ones that we saw didn't even respect the bubble screen. They're going to step down. You can see them in the frame here. And guys, I want you to watch where Breece Hall is wanting to make his cut on this play. Let's go ahead and run it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. As he goes, Breece Hall's ready to make his cut, guys. He is ready to cut right here and get vertical. But there's a problem. Remember, we haven't influenced these defenders enough to make them think that maybe we've got to slow play and respect the screen on the backside. And so now, because these defenders had stepped down towards the line instead of stepping out and then reacting, they're closer. And so when Breece Hall wants to make his cut on the backside of outside zone, he really can't. And if you've ever studied Alex Gibbs' stuff on outside zone, you have to have the ability to take the backside cut on outside zone. And because he can't do that, this play goes and is a loss instead of maybe 5 yards, maybe 10 yards, maybe 15, maybe a touchdown because you throw the bubble screen. But you're hampering your offensive line and your run game. You want to win by run game, you got to do something to hold the backside of the defense. And that is a continuing theme as I continue to watch the film. Time and time again, I would watch as the Jets would run outside zone. And Patriot players on the backside would not even respect Zach Wilson's boot action. That means that to me, the Patriots didn't even think that the Jets were going to run a play action boot. And the one time that the Jets did run a play action boot, well, surprise, in the third quarter, it got him a first down. And I know people are probably saying, hey, you haven't talked about any drop back passes. You've just been talking about the run game, and you're right. That's what I've been talking about because guess what? It is very apparent that the Jets are wanting to rely on their run game and not leaving it up to Zach for so much to do. But if your run game isn't working and you're having to put your quarterback in consistent third and longs, well, then that's a problem. And so this is why I am focusing on the run game. And more importantly, I'm not in the conversations during the week. I don't know what is being said to Zach in these meetings. But I do know this, that it looks like Zach is being told make one read and then check it down in multiple plays. But also, I just don't like some of the pass concepts. I don't think that they're really conducive to helping this quarterback out and getting receivers open or even having a chance. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands this. I'm not saying that Zach Wilson is completely blameless. There are plays that I see where he needs to be quicker at processing the information and going to a second read. Or, in this example right here, carrying out the play fake just a half second longer to give the receiver a chance to get to the top of their route and then break in on the dig and throw that ball. But to me, the main issue I see for the Jets is this. I saw nothing on this film that made any Patriots defender hesitate. In fact, when defenses don't have to think, they play faster, and nothing in this film showed me that it would make the defense play slower. Defensive players would consistently get their keys and just run to where the ball was going and make a play. And to give you an idea of what I mean by this, and really exemplifies by what I'm saying is not causing the defense to hesitate, it wouldn't surprise you to know that when the Jets ran their 3-receiver bunch set, they only ran one play. It was outside zone with the backside bubble screen. And if I'm seeing that, then I guarantee you other coaches, opposing coaches on the field or on film are seeing that as well. Now I'm going to contrast that with another team in the Jets division. And ironically, it's the Dolphins against the Patriots. And this play is a jet sweep to the left with the offensive line blocking outside zone to the right. It's going to put defenders in conflict. It's going to give them false keys. It forces them to play slower. And that allows the offensive line and quarterback to have more time to make plays. And I can hear Jets fans now saying, this isn't a fair comparison. We just don't have the weapons that the Dolphins do. And you're right, but you do have some weapons. The point of the clip is to show how you can put a defense in a bind and help your weapons out. And that's just not happening right now. I don't see anything that's helping the weapons of the Jets get open easier to allow Zach Wilson an easy completion. There's nothing there that's making it simple for Zach where he just has to read one player and throw the ball to one receiver or another. That's what's holding this team back, is I just don't see any creativity. I see nothing to help the run game and help the offensive line out with it. If you're really serious about winning games, there needs to be a change. There needs to be something done. Either stop holding Zach Wilson's hands, stop handcuffing him and just let him go, or put some creativity into it and then go off of that. Because what's happening right now, it just isn't working. If you really believe in this kid, then you've got to help him out. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully I've explained to you guys in this video why it is that I don't think that Zach Wilson is the main issue affecting the Jets offense. Hopefully I've explained what it is that I'm seeing on the film, giving you a little bit more of an insight on what goes on behind the scenes, a little bit more of the intricacies of the game. But to me, Zach Wilson's not a horrible quarterback. I think he's just being limited. I'd like to see him be given a chance without that limitation. And who knows, maybe he really is a terrible quarterback. But right now, I just don't see what he could do in such a limited system. Make sure to let me know what your thoughts are down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this content. Please be nice if you disagree with me. If you're more interested in more breakdown videos, make sure to check out the recommended video on the end screen. We'll see you guys later.